Hello, how are you all this evening? My name is Dominic Long, and today I'll be doing a second part of a part two video about the Antilopine kangaroo, or in this video, as we'll refer to them as the Antilopine roo, or just simply the roo. And today we'll focus on where they live and how they interact with their environment. Okay, so the Antilopine roo lives in savanna woodlands throughout the northern tropical regions of Australia, from the Kimberley to the Gulf of Carpentaria. They are also found in the Cape York Peninsula. Okay, so they don't have necessarily a set home, but their home ranges for the males, it ranges up to 100 hectares, sometimes a little bit greater. For the females, they tend to stay more stationary. They only live in a radius of 20 hectares. And they're the only kangaroo that lives entirely in the tropics. And we believe that that's because at some point throughout their genetic history, they, as well as their ancestors, got isolated in this northern region of Australia when they migrated to Australia some 30 million years ago. Okay, so right here is a photo of the specific geographic regions where all the Antilopine roos live, as you can see right there. Okay, so the Antilopine roo, first of all, it's more of a solidaritous creature. They tend to only mix and mingle with their own kind, but they do generally have good interactions with their fellow herbivores. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of conflict and turmoil in their part of Australia. Um, yeah, so basically what happens is they have really big mobs or whatever, and they can get up to anywhere between 40 to 50 individuals. But once the joeys or basically the placenta reaches his mother's pouch, the males separate into bachelor groups, and the females stay in their large congregations composed of pretty much just them and the youngs. Um, and they move around during the day, but they always come back to their predominant grazing area. And the males tend to fight a lot in their bachelor groups. Okay, so during the day, because the environment in Australia is so hot, they reside mostly in shaded wooded areas. And then at dusk, they tend to graze in grasslands, and then at dawn they return back to where they're from. So they're basically just a nocturnal creature. Yeah. Okay, so really the only people that hunt the Antilopine roo are Homo sapiens, which are us. Traditionally, the Aboriginal people of Northern Australia would hunt them, but now with Australia being a former colony in that, there are also a lot of gamers that go up there to hunt them whenever it's permitted. Um, so the only real fatalities that they ever have are from bushfires and other livestock and feral herbivores that have been introduced into their environment, basically taking up all their food. Okay, so though the Antilopine roo's population is said to be decreasing, it's classified as a least concern by the IUCN, and it says that the species largely benefits from the human farms and agricultural lands. Okay, so they tend to be a nuisance to farmers. And it's also heavily regulated by Australia and the international governments as to when people are allowed to hunt for them, so that they obviously don't get become endangered or anything like that. So they're protected domestically and internationally as well. So their future prospects look pretty good. As long as the Australian government and the international community stay consistent on gamers and the indigenous people up north about when it's okay and when it's not okay to hunt them, their numbers should pretty much stay steady through the remainder of their existence on the continent. And they're reproducing at a pretty steady rate, so they should be all right for the future. So if you're looking for more information, here's some references that you can look at. They all go into more detail about the Antilopine rule and how it interacts with its environment. All right, thank you very much for your time. Again, my name is Dominic Long, and I pray that you enjoyed this video. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.